Now, we are going to read the paragraph and explain that. You all have to try to answer the questions from the paragraph. You can see on the picture, we all know and we all have seen the biomedical wastes. We all have seen, as I had explained in the difficult words. There are different kinds of biomedical wastes. An important solid waste which is noteworthy is biomedical wastes, like these include anatomical wastes, syringes, gauze, absorbents, glass, etc. All these, when they are thrown, like when syringe is used and after one time used, it is of no use. So, there are various things which are of one time use only, like you must have seen patients with different types of pipes and bottles, like you can see on the picture. So, all those are known as biomedical wastes. We all must be careful to be away from those biomedical wastes, because in case you approach near them, they may harm you. Now, on the screen you can see another picture, the huge dumps of biomedical wastes. These are disposed by hospitals and clinics, causes serious health issues. These are the biomedical wastes disposed by different hospitals and clinics. So, they can destroy our health. Now, again you can see another image on the screen. At various places, it is not uncommon that in some places these biochemical wastes, as we all know, these wastes come from clinic or hospitals. These are all biomedical wastes. And if any rag pickers, like they are mostly children, they pick up these wastes by hands, and it is really serious. They are vulnerable to attack by the hepatitis virus, that is a jaundice causing virus, and also other dangerous viruses, because people like rag pickers, they are not aware of these things. So, it may cause them serious health problems. At few places, there are few precautions and also ordinances have been promulgated not to dump the waste and for safe transportation and in special containers and some subsequent incinerations, like you can see in the picture, to prevent the health of the community. Now there is a question for all of you. Why are solid wastes cause for such serious concerns? The dumping of solid wastes, it spoils the beauty of cities and towns and also causes health problems. You can see the image on the screen. The garbage mountain, you all must have seen at various places garbage mountain like this. It becomes a breeding ground for diseases carrying vectors such as flies. You all know, you all have seen flies, or mosquitoes, or rats, and also the cockroaches. Now you can see on the screen, reports indicate that it is really dangerous. In 1 cubic meter of garbage space, if we throw different type of garbage, just take example of biomedical wastes, then about flies, you know, they can breed till 8. You must have seen various flies breeding at one places. It can spoil our health. These flies, which carry pathogenic organisms, they cause diseases such as dysentery or other dangerous diseases. So, it is possible you can see another picture on the screen. So, rats, which are carriers of insects, like rats also has hairs, and they can carry small insects and other bioorganisms that are responsible for causing plague, as was recently witnessed in Surat near Gujarat in the year 1994. And that time that plague was caused by the rats because of these wastes only at the Surat. Also, report says that there are about 25 different human diseases that are associated with the solid wastes, and due to accumulation of all these litter, refuses and junk poses, all these waste materials which are thrown out, and when they get accumulated, sometime there are junk poses. So, sometime there are fire hazards also, and that may lead to different accidents also. So, it should be thrown far away from our place. Like we were talking earlier about the waste materials, also you can see on the screen, the accumulation of solid waste is a big problem, and it is not easy to solve this. Unlike other types of pollutions, preventive measures cannot be adopted in this case, as it is a time-taking process. Several solutions to the disposal problems have been proposed, but it is a mounting problem. Now, the present mode of management is to collect and refuse, to collect the refuse from various parts of the city, transport it to the remote places, and where it is incinerated or composted or simply dumped again. That place should be the remote place, like factories waste that can be incinerated, all the dangerous wastes that can be thrown at that place. To protect our health, so it is a possible thing which can be done. Now, you can see on the screen another image, and you can see a word written below is recycle, and on the right side there is another word, reuse. The first word is recycle, that you all know, you must have seen in the newspaper or in letters, you must have used this word. Like when you have used one paper, you keep that aside, and all those papers are, when given to the kabadi wala, then they convert that into again some other different kinds of paper. So, that paper is recycled and comes to you again. So, that is a useful thing, and that is known as recycle. On the right side, the word reuse word is written. When we use different bottles or different materials one time, we have used, and instead of throwing, we are using it for another purpose, like a bottle, you can see in the picture. Now, this image explains that the problem gets solved when the disposal of wastes and different expenditures which are incurred for keeping the waste material and it solves the disposal of wastes and also yields revenue besides compensating for the expenditure incurred on its collection and then again on transportation. So, it is better to have different types of waste material to be kept on according to the types of material, types of pollution, types of waste, and then dump it far away places. You all have understood these. Reduce. Reduce means to use it again and again. I would be explaining this you further. You can see the image on the screen. Cans, you can see there are different kinds of can we use. They can also be recycled. Then also different kinds of materials we use, plastic bottles which can be used, which can be recycled again, different bottles, plastic bottles or glass bottles, paper we use for writing, writing pads, all these materials like after eating the jam we throw the bottle. We all know that in boxes we keep different things. So, that box can also be used for different purposes. If you see the things carefully, you can utilize them again and again. So, it is important to yourself, see the things, how can you use those things again, second time, third time. So, that can be recycled again according to its use. So, for example, as we discussed, after drinking water from the material from the cans, we can use that again. Instead of throwing that, we can reuse the material. So, it will decrease the waste amount. But there are some things which cannot be recycled. You can see the different images on the screen, like in plastic bags, they cannot be recycled. There are different batteries which we use in toys, different cells, they cannot be recycled. And also the hoses, they cannot be recycled. The clothes, different kinds of clothes, and the hangers or the items we use for gym purpose or the food wastes, and also different plastic toys. So, all these things they cannot be recycled. So, they need to be thrown. Just now we understood the things which cannot be recycled. Now, here we would be learning reuse for home, the things which can be used at our home, the things which are used and we can throw them, also we can use them. You can see the bottles, different ways to make different items using a bottle. Like in the first picture you can see the pencil box, pencil stand, In the second picture you can see it's a box used for keeping the toffees and sweets, and in the below picture you can see it is used for as a mat just outside your bathroom. It can be kept on the floor. Also to keep your brush, toothpaste, toothbrush, to keep your clothes in the bathroom, and also for drinking tea. It can be used just to increase the just to make it more beautiful, and also as a lamp you have to use some creative ideas to make it useful for your own self. You can throw it or you can keep them and do some creative activity with them. Now this word is reduce. You all know this word. Like when we go for shopping, we buy different things, and we also get a bag, and when we reach home we throw the bag. All those bags can also be, as you all know that in this picture you can see a thumbs up and thumb down. There are two images. So a thumbs up picture shows that it is a good thing, and thumb down picture shows it's a bad thing. It can be avoided. Like we have our old clothes. When we go for shopping, we bring bags. Then those bags can be kept for reuse. Like different bottles, when once used, different glass bottles or plastic bottles, they can be used after washing them. There are different boxes when we go out and have some different food items. When we pack them and get them home, we can use them after washing them. Like the baby's daily clothes also, we just wash and reuse those clothes, or also sometimes we make the nappies with our old clothes for young babies. So similarly, it is possible to make different useful items with the help of old things. So that way we can save our money and use the thing continuously. It will save our financial money also. We all know that these three are we understood. Let me again brief you. These three are. There are different benefits. We would be discussing the different benefits of 3R. The first you can see on the screen is about the decision in making our world a safe and healthy place. We must do and follow these 3R. It will help us be healthy and save our money. So it is possible. Also, the second point which is beneficial for us is it saves energy. When we turn off the lights, when we save water, There are different items which we are not using and we just keep that in a safe mode. It saves energy, it saves our money. If there is a tap running and we turn off the tap, it will save water. Similarly, when electricity is of not use and we switch off the electricity button, that means we are saving energy. The third benefit is we all must be careful. We should buy only those things which are needed, and also the bags, we should get only those things which are actually required. The fourth point which you can see on the screen is we can donate old clothes and books to the needy people for free, because if we have the efficiency and we are capable of donating, so we should not throw these materials, we should donate these things. The fifth point explains about the grass cycling. You must have seen the green grass. The grass is valuable. Like when we cut the grass, then we should not just throw that grass in the dustbin, but we should use that as a recycled material. The sixth important benefit is it saves our money. These 3 are really helpful. So, we all must do it regularly.